Adam Kokesh. He's such a good hugger. Hello, Boston! I want to say hello, Boston, not just because of the very fine people over here, but the very fine people over there, and the third rally for the police that we have here today. It's beautiful to see that all three of us coexist sort of peace today, right? Well, I also want to thank John and Mark, and especially Sam, for putting together this amazing sound system. So I get to talk to the people across the street over there as well. And I wonder if they're listening. It seems like they are. Can you guys hear me across the barricades over there? Anybody know? Yes, some people can hear me. They're literally not responding to that. All right. Well, as a libertarian, I believe in self-ownership and a non-aggression principle. I understand that as a result of that, a lot of people might see me as kind of a fig leaf for this event because it is philosophically the polar opposite of fascism. And I think that's hilarious. Really, like this entire event, a brilliantly thought-provoking joke. And I don't really care to know if I'm a fig leaf or not, because I don't waste time weighing out the poorly formed opinions of others. If I'm going to judge, I'll judge for myself. And I hope today everybody here, at least for a few minutes, will do the same with me. Now, someone on my team who read this speech said to me, they're not going to let you finish it. Someone is going to flip out and pull you off the stage. But I know that the people who invited me here today are at least much better than Antifa and listening to people who might disagree with them and protecting freedom of speech. Am I right? Well, just so you know, technically, according to Super Happy Fun America rules, I'm not eligible to be here. I don't know if you know this, but I don't support the Constitution as the supreme law of the land. Oh, you can do that if you want. You can make this interactive, right? But I think if you look at it honestly, you will see that the Constitution is a failed experiment at best. A racket that we can finally see through at worst. And either way, it's time for America to admit it and move on. Now, I would thank y'all for being here, but I'd rather thank the people who were smart enough to stay home today as opposed to participating in this ridiculous culture war, this embarrassing American spectacle of Trumpian proportions. For those of you who are taking this all too seriously, don't worry, my little snowflakes. We'll end this with something special. A little chicken soup for the culture warrior's soul. Now, for the very fine people with a very fine sense of humor responsible for holding up this mirror to the grotesque nature of political correctness, thank you for inviting me to your ultimate political LARP throwdown. Yeah. For those of you watching at home, here on this side of the arena we have the red tributes representing the red districts, advocating for red-flavored statism, and on the other side of the arena we have the blue tributes from the blue districts representing blue-flavored statism, with plenty of infiltrators on both sides, by the way. Now the game makers have promised to make today another titillating episode of the Culture Wars, and I have promised not to mention this whole thing as a distraction from how bad we're all getting ripped off so that people like Jeffrey Epstein can have their private islands. Whoops, did I just say that? Did I just point out that the entire culture war is a sign-up? All right, screw it. You guys want to know the truth? If I was a super rich asshole, I would maintain my position using divide and conquer, although I have to say today, it seems like divide and distract is sufficient. I would engineer the exact scene that you see here before you today, over and over again, all over America. If I was Donald Trump, I would bankroll everyone behind those antifa masks. Don't think of liberals as kind, compassionate people. Just look at these masked thugs. Same for the other side. Don't think of conservatives as caring, considerate people. Just look at these freaks with tiki torches, right? And the mainstream media is so easy to manipulate in this polarization, are they not? Have we seen how this event was blown up with lies and distortions? So, I wouldn't care if I was a rich asshole what you guys are fighting about. As long as you keep fighting each other and never unite to fight the system. Whatever you do, please don't be tolerant. Whatever you do, please don't accept other people's differences. Please, most importantly, whatever you do, please, please, please don't remember that the people who run the system at the expense of everybody who doesn't are the real enemies of every American. I wouldn't care if the Democrats or the Republicans were in charge, as long as it's not the Libertarians. As Marine Corps Major General Stanley Butler said, war is a racket. And it has always been about poor men dying to line rich men's pockets. War will only end when the poor Slavs sticking each other with bayonets realize that our true enemies are not facing us in the trenches, but rather back home in the capitals. If the troops defended freedom, they would attack the government. The culture war is a racket like any other war. You're going to fight over culture because people want to live differently. Your real enemies are not the ones that you face across the police barricades, but the people who put those barricades up in the first place. I don't want to say that the culture war is useless, but it's less productive than masturbating. Hold on, John. You can listen to someone who disagrees with you, don't you?
It's our platform. We can remove you if we want.
What? Go hear from Sam here?
Yeah. Wrap it up.
All right. Well, hold on. Really? So wait, this is the straight pride rally now. You're not gonna let me finish. Really? Do you guys want to hear me finish?
I say we don't agree with him, but we want him finished, but he needs to wrap it up because we have other
I'm under time. I was told I had 10 minutes. I'm way under time. He says I'm killing it. All right. So, well, I'm speaking to them too. And they want to hear me finish. All right. So you're not going to let me finish? I'm not. Really?
All right, we're wasting time. Let's finish up.
We're wasting time.
This guy served as a Marine in the United States military. I would like to at least give him 60 seconds to wrap this up. Is that okay?
I was Samson. No, I appreciate that, Samson, but I came all the way out here from Arizona. I was told I'd have 10 minutes on the stage. I'm not criticizing straight crime.
You were also told, no, you're supposed to bring a unifying message. I don't think that you have a unifying message here today.
Oh, well. All right.
But continue.
You guys want me to finish?
Finish.
So I want to talk to the counter-protesters for a minute, and all the silly virtue virtue signalers who are protesting in solidarity from behind their keyboards, on their podcasts, and on their late night network shows. Don't you see you're doing exactly what they want over here? Why lead a bad joke with so much hate? Have you forgotten that hate cannot drive out hate? Only love can do that. If you ignored these events, they would be ineffective. But we have to confront fascism, Adam. First of all, this isn't fascism. Is this fascism? In fact, I would say most people here, and even on the alt-right in general, are way less fascist than the average elected Democrat or Republican. You are fighting the wrong people! They tell jokes like this to reveal the ridiculousness of the left. Why make it easy for them?
Adam, I have to cut you off. Hold on, set up your mic. Tell everybody where they can find you and more information about you, and that's the end of your speaking event.
The one thing I like about this whole cunty culture war is that we've gotten everybody in one place together who needs a hug. So, if you think the straights really need a parade, maybe you need a hug. If you're really that triggered by that parade, maybe you need a hug. If your response to an idea you don't like is to punch someone in the mullet, maybe you need a hug. If you're afraid of Jews like me replacing you, maybe you need a hug.
Dude, you got it. You're done. All right. He wants to go and give hugs. 313 antifa. This is Adam Kokesh. And here we go. March the lady. I'm going to pull it back in and remind everyone that we're here for a super happy, fun American event. And good. USA! 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 All right, I just want everyone to know, thank you for coming. We've got Milo coming up. You notice at the end here we have a couple of speakers that are a little different. Some of us started off with a free speech movement. Some of us went to bandstand 2 years ago. And so we really respect free speech. So you don't fight. I'm a very big Trump supporter. 100%.
That was about the right timing.
And that's what this event is supposed to be about, but we also respect free speech, so we had a couple of different people coming up. In that lane, again, we're going to come here for 2 minutes. He is a lawyer. He doesn't necessarily agree with everything we have to say, but he's 100% behind free speech.
It's nice to have people with different views.
Not just scared the crap out of each. Listen, just guys for those effective speakers, so my name's Ronaldo Delgado. I'm an attorney from Western Massachusetts. I went to Northeastern. I have an electrical engineering degree. I went to Washington. I'm a lawyer. So I'm an engineer and I'm a lawyer, so you have to forgive me. That's why, because I'm kind of boring and obnoxious. Just kind of one of those things. So listen. It was very, very difficult to have this event today. I just want you don't necessarily know that. It was very hard. I love you guys out there. Give me a big applause right there in the street. Thank you. I'm fighting for your First Amendment as well. There were issues with fees. There were issues, not so much with fees, but like requiring insurance. I got involved. I nipped that in the bud. This is not a foregone conclusion. As I said earlier today, a similar event was stopped because they could not purchase insurance. Then it became evident that they might have allowed Antifa to stop. We weren't sure if there was going to be a police step down. I want to say there's been some glitches along the way, but for the most part, the men in blue have done an excellent job. I'm going to promise you dismiss that lawsuit. They did the job of protecting the First Amendment.
You gotta go straight that way. Okay.
Fight for the first. We want you to go to fight for the first.
You guys are straight over here.
Facebook is very important to fund these things. To be honest with you, it's because an attorney was on me.
students.
All right, they're calling me over.
Even today, you know, we were told that the bus that was embedded with us had to leave.
All right, so we got to go find
And an attorney